Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi!
Hi!
We need to stop saying hi. We should change it every week. Hey.
Okay. What's up?
What's up?
No,
that would be a moment.
It would be like, we have the wrong podcast.
You might be from the 90s if you know what we're talking about. Anyway, you are not at the wrong podcast if you are looking for the weekly recap of General Hospital. Last week's episodes, April 13th through 17th, but the 17th was Flashback Friday. So we only had 4 new episodes, which we're still doing all of these video back and everything. So
I felt like this week's flashbacks made more sense, though.
Yeah.
They were shorter. They were kind of just like, not really flashbacks, but showing you what the person was thinking. I know there was a lot of people online that were bashing, why are we doing this? It's just filling space. But I think that's kind of the point, is they're trying to fill the space because of not having enough recorded episodes. And then on top of that, I felt like they made sense. They weren't just going off. I liked the whole flashback to Carly's childhood, but it felt kind of misplaced to me. So this week's at least were kind of, I don't know, an inside look into what they're thinking.
Well, so obviously Carly's flashback to her childhood was a scripted thing because they used current actors, whereas, Finn flashing back to Hayden is probably a filler. I really wonder, when did they film it? And they knew, I think we said this last week, they knew, okay, we're going to have to just film as much as we can and we'll just fill in that stuff. So,
yeah.
But I don't know. I also think that they just don't want us to do the recaps on the 411.
Well, that's good because we've had to get more creative then in what we're going to talk about. So,
yep. No, I don't think it's really that. I'd be honored if they're paying attention to us. Available for consultation.
Yes.
Okay, so where do you want to get started?
Oh, I thought you were going to start with what made you mad this week because I know it had to make you mad.
What, when Maxie was talking about the party that James did not have?
Yes. They took 3 hours to plan part of that. And I was like, really? Because Shannon and I didn't see that.
No. He didn't even get a cupcake.
Nope. But maybe next year he'll have a really big party because she was already concerned about not living up to what Finn did for Violet.
It's next month. Next month, James will be 2.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Remember, he was born on my anniversary, so this is the only reason why I know.
Okay. I don't know what month it is anymore, and I was thinking that it was already the beginning of April. It was when he was born, and so I thought we missed it again.
No. Oh, no. I would have been ranting.
Okay.
Yep, born May 21st, 2018.
There you go.
10:38 p.m. on Highway 27 south of Belmont Road. That's a very specific birth.
They are very specific. We need to take a road trip, see if we can see where James was born.
They probably said that time. It
made sense in the evening because they were on their way back from the nurses' ball or whatever.
That's funny. That was really sweet, though, seeing the flashback of all that. But then it just made me more sad about the fact that we're back to Peter being...
Mm-hmm.
Although, honestly, though, he eats a cupcake very well.
Did you replay it a couple of times? Rewind and rewatch.
He just looked so cute just eating that cupcake. He looked like a little kid. He was like, I got this cupcake, but I'm still being all handsome to you.
Yes. He did really good at the party and interacting. I did not like the way that Franco was with Avery. He just looked so awkward every time he talked to her.
I did not notice that.
With the popcorn, he was knelt down when he had his popcorn, and he said to her, oh, do you like popcorn? Like he was going to offer it to her. And then he said, oh, well, let's go get you your own popcorn. I'll show you where to go. But everything that he said felt very forced. It felt like, you know, whenever you're dating a new guy and he's trying to impress your kids, but he doesn't know how to actually talk to your kids? That's what every interaction between Franco and Avery felt like to me.
I did not pick up on that.
And I wasn't sure why Ava was so, here's my friend Franco. Do you remember Franco? Franco's so nice.
I don't know. I really liked Ava this week, though.
I liked her, and I was glad to see her with Avery finally, and them out and about. I don't know, the interaction with Franco is weird.
Okay, Danny was at the party, but not Scout.
I think she was at the party. She was, like, playing.
Ella wasn't there, though.
No, but I mean, I think the way that they wrote it was that she was supposed to be. Because he said to Jason, do you want me to go get? And I think he was going to say Scout, and Jason kind of cut him off and said, no, they're too young for this.
So we've never really talked about this, though, but Jason always says our kids.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Everything aside, you know, the fact that he says our kids, because Scout's not his.
Yeah.
Biologically. Ish.
You wouldn't expect anything less from Jason, though.
He is really good with kids. I like that he answered Danny in a way that was appropriate for his age.
Yes.
You know, he didn't dumb it down, but he also didn't give him all of the details, like, your mom's being a ding-dong.
Right. Mom's forgetting she's not a high school student. This isn't grounding. This is some real stuff going on. But yeah, when he said about the rest of them are too young, or I don't know exactly how I worded it, but it was implied that Scout was off riding the pony or whatever.
Okay. Aiden was there.
Mm-hmm.
But no
Charlotte
Jake.
was being a jerk to him again.
I actually don't think she was being a jerk to him. I think she was trying to keep him from letting the snake out.
Her tone. He didn't know there was a snake over there. He was just looking at the piñata. He wasn't hurting it.
Oh, yeah, no. But she was just trying to keep it from being discovered before it's time.
I think I think that was her motivation, but she could have been a little nicer to him. She just kind of overparents him. Like, look at it, don't touch it, go do whatever. Because even Elizabeth and them said, well, Charlotte's not in charge, so.
Yeah. But maybe she was just more startled. I mean, think about it. It's like when you've been planning a surprise and the kids are suddenly going to go in the room where the surprise is, you're like, no, don't go in there. That's how I took her seeing him go towards it and go, right now, don't do that.
Yes.
Although seriously, putting a snake in Ava's bag, I am glad that she did not put it in the piñata.
Did you think she was going to put it in the piñata? I know that's what they wanted us to believe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was her intention until she saw Ava's purse.
Yes.
I'm glad that first of all, why does she have the snake?
It had a name. Maybe she brought it to hang out with Roxy.
Would Roxy eat the snake?
I don't know. Oh, geez. Now we have to go to Google. I just meant they'd be friends.
Bearded dragons cannot eat foods that have bone structure or skin. So no.
Okay.
However, there is a YouTube video showing one eating one, so ugh. I hate snakes. They are so gross. Oh, they're just
Oh, I didn't know that you hated snakes too. When I think of snakes, I think of our fellow Girl Scout mom, Kim, that can't even see a snake's skin without freaking out.
Yeah, that's not comforting either. They're just
I don't mind them. I mean, I don't want to own one and I don't want to hold one, but they don't freak me out.
Nope.
All right. Make sure to keep you away from the snakes.
Yes. So back to the party.
It was a fun party. I don't think he went too overboard.
Neither do I. Oh, real quick, back to Peter. Let's give him credit for matching the party's theme, too. His shirt was like a light purple.
Oh, see, I picked up on Anna's matching. I didn't pay attention. Oh, hers was a Paisley pattern, but in the Paisley, like, swooshes was different color purple. And I thought maybe she had just bought it for the party because she noticed her new throw pillows that happened to be purple also. But in one of the flashback clips that happened recently, she was wearing that same shirt.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't know if she color coordinated on purpose or not, but yes, it was purple Paisley swooshies.
I loved her reaction to Robert's gift.
That was so funny. And Finn's like, what? What is it? And she's like, oh God, no. It's the worst.
And he's like, what? It's a family tradition. Finn actually seemed pretty accepting of it too.
Yes.
He kind of cringed a little bit when he was playing it, but...
Oh, yeah. I think that he likes Robert's friendship with Violet.
I think that he appreciated the sentiment that Robert's giving this to her, and it's something, you know, that he would have given his daughter too. I thought Finn did a great job on the party.
Yeah, I've never had enough money to have pony rides and bounce houses and clowns, all that kind of stuff, but I don't feel like he went too ridiculously over the top for the age that she is and the amount of kids that they had there.
Well, yeah, especially, and given his profession, I mean, he can afford it.
Right.
You know, and it didn't feel like he was buying her love or anything.
No.
It was just, okay, we are going to just do it all.
Yes.
Can't wait to see what Maxie comes up with for next month.
Now the pressure's on her from all the fellow parents and you that she better do something good.
Yep, she better step it up.
But James is only going to be 2. I do feel like a bouncy house and horses and all that for a 2-year-old is a little excessive.
Maybe a bouncy house. Like one of the toddler ones, though, you know?
Yes. I don't know. We'll have to see what she does.
I don't know. He's going to come back 5, so...
Don't say that.
I don't want him to, but you know it's going to happen.
No, I want him to stay a baby a little bit longer, or a toddler.
I know. I wish that we saw him.
He should be friends with Wiley. They should be having baby play dates.
They should. Why aren't they?
Don't know, but they should be making that happen.
I mean, I understand that these kids have limited work hours, but they have enough babies that they can fill up the time.
Right. It would make sense that Maxie would take James to the park and run into Wiley there.
Yeah. And she and Michael get along, so why aren't they...
Right.
Why aren't they pushing the kids on swings talking about life?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why isn't Maxie talking to him about his great idea?
Because she would tell him it's the dumbest.
Sorry.
She would tell him it's the dumbest idea ever.
It's not just dumb. It's, first of all, it's unoriginal, as we are going to discuss on Thursday's Port Charles 411. We're going to talk about what we've been referencing to, but a lot of people might not know because it was 21 years ago.
Oh my God. It did not feel that long ago. When I pulled up the YouTube videos to start researching it and it said 1999, I was like, what? That wasn't 99. That was like 5 years ago.
No. So what we're talking about is the marriage swap of Alexis and Jax and Ned and someone named Chloe. So we'll be talking about that on Thursday. But seriously, this whole Sasha, Michael, Chase, Willow thing is the perfect mirror of it.
It is. They're not talking about swapping Chase with Sasha, though. That's the only difference.
But can't talk about this really right now. But it could happen.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's the same idea. It's the same basic idea. And it was dumb back then. I mean, the scenes of it were entertaining, like we'll talk about on Thursday. But still, realistically, you don't swap spouses.
And not so quickly.
Right.
Do you think Willow's going to do it now that Chase has basically given her the blessing? The look on her face was she couldn't believe that he was saying that after she basically just told Michael absolutely
right.
Not.
Yeah,
she
just said Michael
explaining why he was okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that she is. I mean, I know it would make a better soap storyline if she did, but when she was talking to Michael, she even said, this isn't about Chase. This is about me. And I can't do this.
And that's kind of what Chase was saying to her also was, if you feel like you need to do this, you know, thinking ahead that in the future, should this go south, you didn't do all that you could do.
Yeah, he definitely has a point because I feel like that's how anyone would be in this situation. If it turns out that he doesn't get full custody, to wonder what if. But I don't know that you can go against. I mean, how long are they going to be married for?
Exactly.
The Chloe and Ned storyline, like there was a timeline for that at least that was somewhat realistic. But to keep Nell away from Wiley, that's indefinitely. You're just going to stay married forever?
Right, because you can go back at any time for custody.
Exactly.
So
it's not a one and done. Yeah.
No. And if they get it annulled.
Right.
And not for nothing, we don't want them to get married because every woman that Michael tries to marry dies.
That's very true.
And we need to keep Willow.
Yes. Please don't kill Willow.
Amanda, guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for me to pick out my FabFitFun selections.
Oh my gosh, you were so excited with the last box. What are you going to get this time?
I love FabFitFun. Seriously, I've been using it for over a year. And at first I was like, do I really want to, spend money on that? Yes.
I know how excited
you get
you
over
were.
$200 worth of products for only $49.99. And it's once a quarter.
That's not bad at all.
No, not at all. One of the items that I'm getting in my spring box is a light therapy anti-wrinkle light. I've seen them listed other places for well over $100, and that's going to be included in my box. They also have robes, different lotions, sprays. There's a really cute umbrella on there. Tons of things for you to pick out.
You're making me want one.
You could go to our website, pure54podcast.com, and just go under the savings tab and click the get offer button under the FabFitFun. Make sure to use promo code Rainbow and you get $10 off your first box.
That's a deal.
It's amazing. So go check out our website, pure54podcast.com, and make sure to use promo code Rainbow for $10 off your first box. And you're going to love it.
I loved their flashback, though, Chase and Willow.
Yes.
They're so cute.
They are so cute. Their marriage would be cute. We need to get to the point where they can get married.
Seriously. Well, that's what I thought was, I think that might be happening instead.
That would be cute.
Because the look on his face and he's like, Willow's the love of my life. I was like, yay.
Maybe they'll decide to swap and then at the last minute swap back. They plan the whole wedding for Michael and Willow, and then when it comes that day, they won't be able to go through with it, so instead Chase will do it.
That could happen.
My only complaint then will be if you don't get a marriage license in 5 minutes, so how do we swap all these people around all the time? But that's the magic of the soap, I guess.
Expedited marriage licenses. So Laura telling Valentine to stay away from Lulu when all he's trying to do is co-parent, like you cannot get in the way of that.
And the fact that she knew that they were supposed to have a meeting because she looked at Lulu's phone and deleted the text message. Lulu's a grown woman. If my mom deleted a text message, I would be so furious, especially one about my child and the best interest of them. That's insane.
That could go poorly on her if it goes to court and it says that happened. And then Lulu's like, I never got the text. And Laura's going to say, what? Yeah, I deleted it because I didn't want you talking to the father of your child who you're supposed to be co-parenting with. Not for nothing. Valentine is really trying, has always really, and Maxie straight up said it.
Yes.
Ooh, that went so much better than I thought it was going to.
I kind of wish that Lulu would have been more of a jerk so that Maxie could say all the stuff that she had just said to Peter about Lulu.
She kind of did, though. When she said, I was not asking your permission, I was letting you know. The look on Lulu's face was of, I can't believe she just really said that to me.
But she had mentioned to Peter how Lulu would do anything to be around her dad when she was younger. And she didn't throw that up in Lulu's face. The way that she said it to Peter was like,
no, she did
a good dig, you know? Not that I want her to ruin their friendship, but at the same time, Lulu is a spoiled princess lately and thinks that everyone needs her permission to do anything. So it would be nice to see her put in her place.
Yeah, they were doing really well writing with her, and then it's like they decided to go back.
Well, yeah, she would try to get into another fight with Brooklyn this week. What the heck?
Right.
I don't know about you, but I have not ever been in a fight, and it certainly wouldn't happen now at the local coffee shop or at some fancy restaurant if I was going to get into a fight.
I do like that Dustin did basically say it's not just Brooklyn's fault.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it's...
No, Lulu's acting like a child. I mean, Brooklyn definitely knows how to push a button and shouldn't go there with some of the stuff that she says, but Lulu needs to learn to walk away.
Yeah.
And I know they're the same age or around the same age, but once you have kids, I feel like that ages you up some. You're at least supposed to try to set an example, even if the kids aren't there. They said this fight's like on the internet and stuff. Charlotte is old enough to look on the internet and see this fight between her mom. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I was disappointed with Maxie when she went to see Lisel, and Lisel swore on Nathan's life that she hadn't done this, and Maxie was still like, no, we're done. It's over. I feel like she should have known if Lisel would get to the point where she was swearing on Nathan's life that she was serious.
Yeah, I think that Robert is actually going to be able to exonerate Liesel, because I really think that he actually seemed to have like a lot of compassion for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he said that he was gonna that he would watch over Maxie and James for her.
Yes.
And him telling Maxie, you know, I'm never going to like Peter, but I know he's important to you.
Maybe Robert still has some information that we don't know about yet.
Oh, I totally think that he does.
So I hope that comes out soon.
Me too, because this is really dragging on.
It is. And Liesel was finally getting to be a better person. You always knew that she had a sordid past, but I liked seeing her in that grandma role with James and being all cute. And to think that now she's going to spend how long in jail before we figure this out?
Right. And Britts gone?
Right.
Like,
I don't understand why we brought her back just to see her leave.
Yeah, nothing was resolved.
Mm-mm.
There was
no I don't know.
Other than Julian.
I wonder if they thought they were going to have her longer, and then she got the other soap gig because of all the quarantine stuff. They just had to cut her out.
She's on another soap?
She's on another soap. She's playing a lawyer on some other soap now.
Interesting. I didn't look it up.
I just noticed in the Facebook groups that people were talking about seeing her on the other soap. And so maybe they thought they were going to have another month of filming with her before she went to the other soap, and then they couldn't get that in because of coronavirus.
So many interesting details.
I mean, I just don't see why else they would bring her back. It was literally, 2 days? And the majority of the time she was in bed with Julian. So I
was going to say about 2 weeks, but...
like a real airtime. It came out to 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. Hopefully she can pop back over sometime and finish whatever they were trying to do. It just didn't make sense because they had already given her a job at GH and all that. It felt very, she up and left.
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing. It's not like she brought new information. It's not.
Right. If she would have shown up to show that Lisel was innocent at the end of all of this, that would have been awesome. She had some secret paper.
Support Brad, who has now disappeared also.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Why are Lisel and Brad not across from each other in jail talking about Nell?
Well, because right now, Liesel's still at the regular police department's jail cell.
Yes, that's right.
And he's already at Pentonville.
Yes. Thank you for answering me.
That's why. But maybe that'll happen next week.
But they should be talking about that because...
Yes. Yeah, I bet that's coming. They always find a way of putting people close to each other so they can have conversations.
There's not really that kind of co-ed jails. Right.
I don't know. They'll figure it out.
They will.
Especially after listening to you. They have time to write it now.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of time to write it.
I don't really have much else. But my notes were very limited. I was annoyed by Peter, especially that he needed to make that phone call about Robert at the party. Really? It was that important? Give me a break.
Yeah.
So that was my thoughts on him. And then about Maxie with Lisel, that annoyed me.
Yeah, I mean, I
was annoyed with him, apparently.
So I guess we could talk about Flashback Friday.
Okay.
I love that Mara West said, Ava J loves you. I did have a problem that her martini had a lemon and not olives, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But if it wasn't such a thing for Ava to have, and I mean, if you look at the glass, it was definitely sparkling water because it was bubbly. Or
I'm assuming that she was at home, so maybe she just didn't have any olives.
I would have rather had nothing than a lemon.
Oh, wow. You're harsh.
That's just my personal preference. I mean, I love a good lemon drop. I love a good dirty martini, too.
I was going to say, I don't think we discriminate on our drinks very much, but...
I do not like beer.
I don't like beer, but it works. I'd rather a fruity something, but sometimes I'm too lazy to make that, so beer works. I thought it was weird she was playing solitaire. I mean, it makes sense to show that she's staying home for coronavirus, but I would think she has a more interesting something to do.
And I mean, it's totally her call, but she has kids. and by no means are we expecting her to put her kids on the screen.
Right.
But I do think she shares them on social media.
I think she does too. Maybe she was trying to stick with being Ava Jerome, and so that's why she didn't have any of that. I liked how the other characters were themselves instead of the characters. So I would have expected to see her house with, kid stuff on the table. Nothing too personal, obviously, but a history book or something that you could tell was meant for her kids kind of stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess they were just trying to have her more in character than...
It was a good intro into that episode, because that episode was all drama and crazy, so...
Okay, except for, what did you think about it?
I didn't like it the first time that it aired, and I'm not sure why they're playing them so out of order. We did the anniversary episode makes sense, but then they went into the summer, and now they're all the way back into January. I would have preferred that they started as far back as they're going to start, and then build forward from there.
Well, and not just that, why are we only going back 2 years?
Right, but maybe that has something to do with licensing and all that, like we had talked about.
None of it. Okay, so the anniversary made sense because it was the anniversary week.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Wiley's birth made sense because we are in the Baby Wiley story right now. Some people might not know it, even though we talked about it.
Right.
This had nothing to do with anything going on right now.
Nope.
And I caught a mistake on our part.
Uh-oh, what happened?
When we did the 411 on Kate Howard back in... It was almost a year ago. It was June 27th was part 1 and July 4th was part 2.
Okay.
Why did we not list it Kate Howard / Connie Falconeri?
Oh, I don't know. Didn't think of it at the time.
No, it's too late now. But I did think about that we could do a 411 about each thing that Ava had a flashback about.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Like her killing Connie, her killing Morgan.
Yes, that would be fun. And that would make sense now because all of those things went together at that time because they were somewhat recent to when that episode aired. But now you're just pulling the bad stuff to remind everyone that Ava was a jerk at some point.
Well, and not just that. So the only thing that is still kind of relevant would have been, because they haven't even talked about her face.
Right?
But,
that was miraculously fixed hours after that surgery.
Yes, she betrayed Spencer, but they've already moved past that. He did have that conversation with her when Nicholas revealed himself to him and everything. So, and Laura and her have put it in the past before they even knew Nicholas was alive.
Right.
So...
No, I didn't get the point of it. And I didn't like it the first time that it aired, like I said, so I didn't get anything more out of it this time. Although I did think it was interesting that makes this portrait that Franco is doing for her right now the second portrait that she's asked him to do.
Yeah.
Even if that one was only in a fantasy.
True.
I hope this one turns out better than that one did.
I'm with you. I didn't really think that it made sense. It didn't fit into any storyline that were even... If they were going to show any... They should have shown Ava and Nicholas bonding, even though it would have been Tyler Christopher.
Yes.
Because it would have made sense with where it left off on Thursday with Ava telling Elizabeth she thought that she and Nicholas were a good match, that they had things in common and...
Right.
That would
because they really did get close in the end there. So that would make sense to remind everyone why it wasn't so crazy that they got married.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
I don't have much to say about it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I do know that Brian Craig posted on Twitter that he had posted some flashback things on his Instagram, and that's Morgan.
Oh, okay.
I know who that, not you, but whoever's listening.
Right.
So Brian Craig made $20.
Right. He can order some yummy dessert from somewhere to be Grubhub to him or whatever. That's about all he got out of that episode.
So I think the only thing that's left is
reality check.
What was Easter? How was your Easter?
It was good. It was the first time that I've made Easter since I met my husband.
Oh, wow.
For our holidays, my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, she does Easter. My mother-in-law does Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. His brother does Thanksgiving, and then we throw the barbecue over the summer.
Oh, okay.
which that thing is going to be out of control this summer if we are off quarantine.
Yes, everyone is going to show up.
Yes, it's going to be crazy. But
good.
Yes, I mean, it was good. We just hung out at home, watched church, watched Sight and Sound Theater was showing their production of Jesus for free. So that was really nice because I've always wanted to go to the theater. And I think now my family understands what it is because they weren't really before.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all in all, so my daughter started her online school this week. She did write in one of the Google Classrooms that she hates working from home. And so her teacher messaged me asking if everything was okay. And she happened to write it maybe 10 minutes after we had to tell her that it was time for her to start school.
Oh, okay.
But all in all, I mean, she's getting her stuff done. She's self-sufficient. Oh, I know what my big reality check is. I colored her hair.
Yes.
And I've never even colored my own hair. And I colored her hair. And it's a really pretty red.
Beautiful.
And her hair is so dark. And it's a color called Midnight Ruby. But it looks beautiful. I'm so glad that it worked.
It would have been a more fun reality check if you had messed it all up. But
well, the good news is that we've already been planning to redo our bathroom, hopefully soon, if I ever get back to work. But I had a nice quarter size drop on the floor, and I was using hair bands to pull back her hair, like when I had it in sections, and 2 of them fell off of the box that I had them holding onto. So now there's a couple nice intricate patterns on my sink.
Nice.
Permanently.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I have no idea how you would get that off.
You can't. Just tear it out and replace it.
You did that on purpose to get a new bathroom.
I didn't. We were already talking about it. We've been talking about it for like the past 2 years. It was just finally going to get done this year.
Well, her hair looks beautiful. I'm impressed.
Thank you. What about you?
Nothing really. I mean, Easter was nice. I had to make Easter. It was my first time also just because my mom likes to handle everything and I'm fine with that normally. The kids asked that we still have ham and macaroni salad and the Hawaiian buns. They didn't care about anything else, but they wanted those 3 things. So I got those.
There you go.
It was nice, but it was sad to just be the 4 of us. I'm used to my family being involved for everything. So that was that. And then later in the night, we did a Zoom call with everyone in my family, which was a little crazy because that's too many people on a Zoom call. So someone's not talking then because everyone else is talking. But it was nice to see everybody and do that. And then besides that, it's just been schoolwork all week. The big girls are doing pretty well, just trying to let them do what they can do and not helicopter parent them because they need to learn that responsibility. And then Madeline, I have it easy because she knows pretty much everything that we're doing, but at the same time, I am not anywhere near as entertaining as her teacher is, and she is not happy with the quality of my experience to teach her. Because her teacher even...
You're earning your paycheck. You are working for free, so expectations need to be a little lower.
I guess that's what I need to tell her, ask her how much she's paying me. But so Madeline's teacher does a morning message where she plays fun music or she has like a crazy hat on or tells them a joke and pretends like she can actually hear them asking for the answer. She told a joke about, they're learning about butterflies, the life cycle of a butterfly. So she told them a joke where she took a stick of butter and threw it, and she literally threw it out the window. And then she was like, why did I do blah, blah, blah? I wanted to see butter fly. And Madeline was like, can I do that to the girls? Can I throw butter? And I was like, no, you cannot throw a stick of butter. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just shows the level of dedication that the teacher has, and I love her, and I'm glad that Madeline loves the class, but I don't do fun things like that. I'm like, sit down, here's your work, let's get it done. So, yeah, Madeline would go back to school tomorrow if they would let her. So, but all in all, it's good. I mean, we're surviving. Lucky to be one of the ones that can stay home, so that's what we're doing.
So it wasn't my first time ever cooking Easter. It was my first time since I've been with JD.
Oh, okay.
I've just always cooked Easter since I was, oh my gosh, probably since 2001.
Wow.
Maybe 2002.
Yeah, no, never done it.
No, I love cooking big meals. So
I don't. I'm just always afraid I'm going to mess something up. We've talked about this for Thanksgiving. I get to make the turkey, and it is too much pressure because that is the main point of the whole meal, and I feel like if I mess it up, I'm just going to cry. And so far, knock on wood, I have not messed it up. But if I had to do 20 different sides on top of that, something would definitely be messed up.
Yeah. So what was your life skill that you learned this week?
I didn't learn any life skills this week, other than I didn't mess up Easter dinner.
So I guess I did a life skill this week then with her hair, because I had never done that before.
See, we can just go back and forth. I did the eggs, you did the hair. That makes next week my turn, but I'll have to figure out something.
Yep. So join us on Thursday as we talk about the mismatched marriages of Jax, Alexis, Ned, and Chloe.
Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.